Thank you. We're live.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the 2:30 p.m. Public Works Committee meeting, and I want to welcome everybody that's in our seats over here. Thank you for being here. I call this meeting to order, and I am going to take the addendum first and foremost before we move on to item 2. Number 15th on the agenda, which is now number 1, amended language, ordinance amending the fiscal year 2025-26 budget to transfer available appropriations of $476,598.35 to my account between departments, projects, and account groups within the Community Development Block Grant Subfund 2025 CDBG transfers. And hi, welcome back to the table.
We moved you to the front.
I know, you almost called me out. So, again, so same as this morning, this is just the CDBG version of, this morning was the home dollars. These are projects which didn't spend on all the money, so included it in the available funds that we had for 2025. So those have already been approved, so these are just move into those projects.
Great. Sorry you had to come to both meetings to tell us.
That's fine.
So happy to have you. See your face.
Thank you.
Any questions?
We're good for you.
Comments? All right.
Perfect.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
All righty, moving on to item number 2. Jamila Stuckey, did I say that correct, Jamila?
You did.
I did, good. Stuckey, appointment to the Animal Welfare Commission replacing Robin Ballinger. Term expires September 24th, 2028 from Council District 1. Welcome.
Hello.
So glad that we're
Yes.
going to have you.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Goodness, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I am originally from Los Angeles, California. I've been in Tulsa for about 7 years. I started my journey with the Opportunity Project doing social and emotional learning, and then I transitioned to TNTP, which is a remote education nonprofit, and with the African American Leadership Academy as well. I do work with United Way. I'm on their board. I'm also a current commissioner of the African American Affairs Commission, and I own a dog that I got from the SPCA, and his name is Duke.
That was going to be my question.
Yes, his name is Duke, and that's my baby.
Dog and cat.
And he's a senior dog. And so I
Do
work
you
with
like
the
ponies?
SPCA a lot. Yeah.
Ponies and stray pigs?
Guinea pigs.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're glad to have you. Any questions, comments? I look so forward to working with you
Thank you.
as a person on the animal welfare group, working group.
Yes,
So
ma'am. Thank you.
I'm so glad to see your face and so happy to have you.
Tulsans are passionate about animals
Yeah.
and zoning, so
Yeah.
you are stepping into to a
Very
passionate commission.
To a hot mess.
Well, it just, we do have a liaison from the commission to our animal welfare working group here, so like, which is Elizabeth Hall on that commission.
Oh,
If
yes,
you wanna,
yes.
yeah, please don't be shy about passing on policy recommendations,
Okay.
or if you wanna wade into trap, neuter, release
Yes.
discussions.
That
Which
policy's
is always
still on
everyone,
there.
which is,
What did you say?
yeah, which is a non-controversial issue.
Right.
No, but thank you for serving on so many commissions, seriously.
No,
Yeah,
it's-
thank you.
Thank y'all. This is what happens when you're single. So whenever I get a man, that may change. Thank you all so much. I'm so grateful.
We're gonna go into our dating service.
I was gonna say, we're gonna try to appoint one to these commissions.
Listen, please.
He might have a dog, and then
What's the city version?
Well, I can tell you that a dog is far more loyal.
For sure.
Yes,
Thanks.
you're better off. They don't complain about what you feed them.
Oh, we didn't. You didn't say we're voting on the 15th.
Yes, we're voting
You're
on
good.
the 15th at the 5 p.m., so you're welcome to come and show your lovely face and have a word or two. So thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right, moving on to item number 3, Chris Chavez, reappointment to the Greater Tulsa Area Hispanic Latinx Affairs Commission. Term expires December 31st, 2027. Attended 8 of 10 meetings out of City Council District 6. Are you here?
Just came up.
Oh, hi, I'm sorry.
Hello.
Took me a minute. How are you? How are you?
You just fit right in at the table.
I know.
I stealth mode.
I have to have my glasses for reading, but I mean, I can see better without them further away. So welcome to the table.
Thank you for having me.
Good to see you. Want to tell us about yourself?
Sure. I've been in Tulsa 2 times now. First time was in 1998, and then came back in 2007. I've loved it so much. So I've been here over 20 years now. Originally from Santa Fe, New Mexico. So not a immigrant, but my family's been here way before the United States was ever a United States. So I did do some digging and find that out. So very interesting. I joined the Army at 17, spent 23 years serving as a military police and field artillery. Thank you for saying that. So I grew up really fast in the military, so I kind of run a different way than a lot of other people do. I'm an engineer by education. I did earn my MBA here at the University of Tulsa and worked on a PhD at the University of Oklahoma. So engineering and STEM are my passions, but I also like supporting veterans, the Latino community, underdogs, if you will, and making the world a better place for everyone.
I love it. Thank you so much. I know that we had discussed commonalities when we first met, Las Cruces being one.
Yes, ma'am.
So-
Red or green?
Yeah, New Mexico, yeah. So my grandmother also was, before the border was the border, she was also going back and forth through Texas and New Mexico.
We
So
were much friendlier then.
yes, yes, that border was not a nice thing to do. But it was prior to statehood, you know, and so that was all part of Mexico. So I can appreciate that lineage and that heritage. Thank
And
you.
old Spain for a long time.
Yes,
Right.
that's exactly correct. Thank you so much. Any questions, comments? No?
Thank you for your service and willing to continue on.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
Well, we'll always have a lot in common with Las Cruces and Chile, so.
That's right. And I do make a good chili and a good pozole. at
Yeah?
Christmas time. And I can do
We'll have
sodas,
to,
too.
we'll have to have a,
It sounded like an invitation.
we'll have to have
That's how I
a
took it.
Roja
Now I have to bring
Chile.
some to a meeting, right?
Global invitation.
We'll have to have a red chili cook-off.
You know I'm all over that.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, thank you. Moving on to item number 4, resolution in support of the repatriation of the historical Council Oak site and Stickball Park properties to the Muskogee Creek Nation, authorizing the mayor to convey the parks to the Muskogee Creek Nation, with the understanding that they will remain public parks to be maintained by the Muskogee Creek Nation for the use and benefit of the public. Emergency clause. And we have Ms. Swope at the table. And
Hi, Caroline with legal.
Caroline, thank you. Tell us.
Well, as I believe all of you know, the transfer of this park really got started with the last mayoral administration under Mayor Bynum. And we've worked together closely, Caroline and I, over the last year to kind of work out all of the legal paperwork to make that happen. So what's before you today is a resolution really related specifically to the easements of the utilities. But there should also be a copy of the MOU that we worked on with the nation as well for your reference. And we worked very directly with them to kind of make sure that we're on the same page as far as them maintaining maintenance on it and maintaining the artwork that's on there as well. And their kind of future intention with the park, wanting to make sure that they continue to hold it up as a public access park, and didn't want to, secure it for preservation for any reason or anything like that. And so we were able to get on the same page with that. So you'll be having a vote on that coming next week, I believe. And then beyond that, it would be the final deed paperwork that the mayor will sign. And then, is that the last thing, Caroline? There's one last thing.
Well, there's a resolution before the council that would authorize the mayor to execute the deed.
Mhm.
Maybe 2 clarifying questions.
Sure.
One is related to the maintenance piece.
Mhm.
Is it, I know you mentioned ensuring that's being maintained as a public park.
Mhm.
And I think I'd spoken previously with the Parks Department about that, this wasn't the city abdicating us also helping maintain these properties. Is that part of the?
I mean,
Or I wasn't sure what that would look like.
the nation
Because I didn't want
is
it to be like,
willing-
here, you get this, like, land back,
Right.
but now we're not gonna, like, help keep it.
And they were okay with that. They're
Okay.
okay with assuming that. They actually, I think, have kind of
Would
been
pref-
inspired by the move and are planning to create their own parks department to kind of start
Oh, that's exciting.
helping
Wow.
maintain it. So yeah, you guys have, I think, pushed them in a good direction too.
Okay, that's exciting. Well, and I know there's like, especially like, I wasn't sure how much, like, if it would help, would you mind giving, just because this is on TGov too, like kind of information about like the historical significance of
Yeah.
like the Council Oak Tree, just so like in
Yeah.
case, like just to for general public information.
Sure. And so Council Oak is historic to not only the city, but to also the Muskogee Nation. It was kind of their final stop at the end of the Trail of Tears. They carried ceremonial ashes from their ceremonial grounds and fires in Georgia all the way here to kind of resettle here. And that's where they kind of initially started their places of government before the city came to fruition. And so we really would not exist as a city if their population had not taken those steps and set up their kind of final resting place here. And our name as a city actually comes from the Muskogee language, so that's kind of another tie-in of how they came together. It was a band of the Lakapoco tribal town from the Muskogee Nation that kind of was tasked with that kind of first initial setting up. And then, yeah, like I said, we are now have the great city that we all work for and represent because of their settlement here.
In 1836.
Mm-hmm.
Love it, thank you. Any further questions?
So this has been a lengthy process.
It has, yes.
And I think, you know, in some ways to me, some of it's like an I know we have like some concerns that have been raised that are in front of us that like I think some of us probably want to like learn or more about or dig into, but separately from that, I did want to say I know it's been a lengthy process and that's like, and a legally complicated one, because it's not just okay, here, you can't just like transfer over land in a really easy way, but I think it could set a really compelling precedent. I'm not saying necessarily just for like our city, but other communities about what does it mean to restore land to people that have had it like either taken from them or that, you know, land that holds special like sacred meaning. So I think there's a like exciting precedent that we're exploring by doing this.
Yeah, and it's definitely, you know, even despite all my government work taught me that doing the right thing is not always the easy thing. It can definitely be quite lengthy and require a lot of legal paperwork to accomplish that, so.
Well, I'm excited in 2025 to honor the sovereignty that was pre-statehood, so I can really appreciate that. Sorry that it's taken so long.
That's okay. They will be, so the nation has their annual holiday for the tree, which they've been doing on a continuous basis for a while now, but it's on November 1st, which is a Saturday this year. If any of you are interested in attending, it will kind of be their first ceremonial celebration following the transfer.
Love it.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Any for Carolyn?
This is on first reading tonight and second reading on the 15th.
Okay.
Yeah, so there is. Yeah, even though the emergency
thank
clause
you.
is on it because we
Yeah.
don't have enough counselors today. Because people are on a trendy field
Oh.
trip. The emergency clause part we can't actually do today,
Well-
so it'll be on the 15th.
And it's a resolution,
Yeah.
not an ordinance, so it may not be on the 5 o'clock at all
Today?
Not tonight.
That's not on tonight.
Oh,
it's
it's gonna be on for
Yeah.
tonight if we had enough people.
Right.
I gotcha.
Which we don't, but
We don't.
So
that
the
means
vote
there's
is
a need a
actually not
second
till the
reading.
15th,
Yes.
so that's when we'll take public comment as well.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so
Thank you.
much, ladies.
Oh, I see, Public Works today. I misread it, okay. So it's for the vote next Wednesday, got it.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, moving on to item number 5, resolution renaming Legacy Park to Brush Arbor Grove Dog Park located north of West Archer Street between North Boulder Avenue and North Main Street, Tulsa Arts
we're gun voting
District.
it. Yeah. This is the gun vote approach where you turn it into a dog park.
I was like, that's a
Kind
park.
of,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's a thing we do where we're like, this park is tricky, and then we make it a dog park.
Yeah, exactly. So Legacy
Yeah.
Park, as it is today, is a small third-acre park in the Arts District. It was supported through Legacy Land Trust, which is a state-funded conservation org. It's how it got got the name Legacy Park to begin with. So it was really just kind of, it was actually a TDA land that I want to say 2007 or so was turned into this 30-acre pocket park. And then over the past almost 20 years, just hasn't really been utilized very much. There aren't a ton of amenities in the space. The surrounding Arts District Owners Association paid to put some really cool artwork in there. The brush arbor lights, so those will be staying. It's just
Okay.
really cool weathered steel archways that'll act as entryways into the dog park.
Will the lights be fixed? Because there's like.
No,
Okay.
unfortunately, yeah, those LED lights are beyond repair, but we
Okay.
are generally updating the lighting in the park, so it will be brighter of a space. And then the Brush Arbor Grove, there's actually a plaque in the sidewalk outside of the space today that speaks to the historical significance of that site. In the late 1890s, it was the original meeting space of Boston Avenue United Methodist. They met there for the first time in a kind of a pulled together shelter called a Brush Arbor Grove, which is trees and branches propped up, rail ties for seats. They met there as a congregation for a few years, got enough money to fund their first church at 4th and Boston, and then eventually down there at 12th and Boston have their 100-year-old cathedral down there. So it's kind of a nod to that historical site. The art in the space also nods to that too, those archways, those steel archways. So we're excited to rename it to something that actually has ties to the neighborhood instead of just legacy tied to that original funder. And the Owners Association is funding 10% of the project through some additional arts initiatives and other upgrades to the space. And we should be going to bid here shortly.
What makes it a dog park?
So it's being converted into a small and large dog park area.
Still be fence.
Be
Yeah.
like fenced?
It's the fence. That's,
And like water for the dogs and stuff? Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, this has been used where like when we have trouble maintaining like
Mhm.
smaller pieces of like parkland that are in a denser area. Like I gave Gunboat as an example.
Yeah.
Where it's just kind of like, hey, there's just like challenges either with safety or other things, dog parks like, and the fencing that comes with it, like where it's still like this publicly accessible amenity, but it gets used in a new way that also helps prevent like trash and a lot of other things from happening on the
Like
property.
dumping on it,
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I can send you all the renderings and images too.
I'm just thinking it's not very big, but.
it's a, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
the,
But for downtown people
Yeah.
that have dogs, it's big enough, I guess. It's very.
And especially with
New
a lot of the new housing going in, like the
Yeah.
Western Supply building, it's gonna add something, it's a good time.
yeah, it's nice since there isn't a designated space over there that works well for dogs to be off leash or to use the restroom.
Yeah, run
This will
around,
be
yeah.
a nice one. Our team has a pretty big, we pick up a lot of waste in tree wells in the Arts District because there just aren't places that are easy to go to the bathroom for your dog. It's actually kind of cute, Brush Arbor Grove bag. It's a little nod to like pick up after your pet.
Oh.
So, while also being historically significant. So.
Okay.
Sounds exciting. So we
Thank
will
you.
be bringing that to the October 15th, 5 o'clock PM. So,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to item number 6, ordinance closing a certain portion of a vertical airspace located at 711 South Boulder Avenue, crossing the intersection of West 7th Street and South Boulder Ave. Tulsa Original Town Edition requested by Jamie Skipper of Wallace Design Collective on behalf of Mayfield Investments Incorporated for construction of a sky bridge.
And I had asked Erin to be here to explain why, like, the emergency clause piece on this one, because there's some time sensitivity, because of economic opportunity, so.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, and I'm here with Paul Zachary. He'll answer any technical questions you may have, because he's forgotten more than I'll ever know, so he's the expert on the issue. But just in general, to talk about this project, in speaking with the developer, because I'm new here, he's saying, this is the biggest economic development project in the Art Deco area of downtown in quite some time. This is a result of One Oak, who has been for the past 2 years doing a lot of mergers and acquisitions. As part of that, some of those companies are being merged into One Oak, and their employees will be working downtown. That's going to be 1,000 new employees working in downtown Tulsa. So it's a great direct, indirect, and direct impact to those new workers coming into downtown. Here's the rub on the emergency clause. We're right now working on a 18-month project schedule that we're now trying to shift into 15 months to get the job done on time. we're trying to align this new parking area and the new employees with the closing of their offices in other areas across the country. So if we don't align this properly, as they're moving out of old offices, they won't have a place to come to here, and there'll need to be a plan B of how to house those employees. And so for developers' comfort, he's trying to move this process along so he can know that he can keep within his time frame and timeline to get that development done. So that's why we have the emergency clause on this particular ordinance.
So second readings next week, and we should have enough people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were
Reach
hoping,
the threshold.
I was originally gonna come to you all asking just to do a whole thing to get it done tonight, just for the time sensitivity and all the jobs that this will help create, but we don't have enough of us, so. And that's the chamber's fault, everyone.
Don't blame the chamber.
Oh, I am.
So next week.
Yeah, next week, it's fine.
Great. Alrighty. Brought to us on the
Oh.
15th.
Counselor?
Counselor Gilbert has a
Yeah,
question.
so this is a sky bridge,
Yes.
from a parking garage over
To the
to
building.
One Oak.
To a future building.
Okay,
Yeah.
To the
okay,
building.
It's just the
okay.
easement to get it, right?
Well, this is actually, whenever we have public right-of-way, just so you all know, that's what, we sometimes have to close it for balconies that are coming over into the right-of-way. Your property rights go vertical and to the south. So this is, its specific elevations were about 18-some feet above the intersection, then for a certain distance. And we've got information in the backup that it actually shows where this bridge is going to be. So we will close this, and then I'm assuming there will be a district court action later to vacate this. But going to have to work with, if there's any utilities, Highlands, et cetera. I mean, there's other people utilizing that airspace, but anyhow, that's why we're here. We are processing it as a closure. We received no objections from anybody, and it should be high enough that our standard traffic signals and all those kind of things will still be visible underneath. And when their design comes through, we'll see what lighting they're doing, if any, what they're doing there. But as far as interrupting anybody and existing utilities, we received no objections. So we'd recommend moving forward with the closure of this airspace.
So delivery trucks, they won't have a problem?
We're at 18, yes, ma'am. We usually do not want to go below 17.6, and I believe they're in the middle of the road at the highest part of the crown. We have over 18 feet of clearance, so we
Okay.
should clear everything.
Okay. Just making certain, because I mean, we do still have some delivery semi-trucks
All
that.
semis, right. We're not
Drive-through,
doing a
yeah.
head knocker.
Yeah.
So they are going to be allowed to come into the downtown area.
Okay. Just double checking.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
that'll be catty corner,
Yeah, it's going to be going from one angle.
which is really interesting.
Yes, it's going to be diagonal across the intersection, so. It's an
Very cool.
opportunity. We hope
Yeah.
they make it an attraction, because
Yeah.
everybody will.
We'll get to walk it and see all the four ways.
That's right.
Yeah, very cool. All right. Any further questions, comments?
Thank you.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you. I can't wait to see it.
Yep.
All righty. Moving on to item number 7. Ordinance close, am I supposed to say a date on that? Yes, the 15th as well. We're going to be voting on that, correct, at the 5 PM? Yeah. Thank you. Sorry, I keep missing that, y'all. Item number 7, ordinance closing a portion of a certain public way located in the vicinity of East 85th Street South and South Yale Avenue, Brookwood 2 addition, requested by the City of Tulsa's Public Works Transportation Design Department. The public way is situated between South Winston Avenue and South Yale Ave and is being requested to be closed as a new East 85th Street was constructed further south. Council District 8.
Yes, ma'am. I believe the councilor's aware of it. Paul Zachary, Public Works. What happened was, with the way this street came out onto Yale, we could not get a safe sight distance or braking distance as people were turning out. So we actually moved down the hill a little bit and acquired 2 homes and have built the new 85th. It is the new 85th Street, but so that we don't go changing everybody's addresses on Winston, it's going to be known as 85th Place, which keeps everything consistent out there. We did go through all the utility companies. There are a couple of special requests. There is an easement that runs north-south along Yale, a 15-foot easement, and we do need to provide an access easement that will go to that location. And there are also utilities, so we will be maintaining a 25-foot street right-of-way easement as well, which will contain the existing utilities. With something like this, just like the alleyways, when we close them, half will go to the property owner to one side and half goes to the other. Before we ever did this and during the design meetings, we got approval from them in particular. That's who it was going to affect the most. But after we did it, everybody kind of thanked us because it was a blind turn whenever they would turn out onto Yale. So that's all been rectified with the widening of Yale now. But we did, with these concessions, everybody has agreed, and all the utilities and right-of-way occupants, and we would recommend approval of this closure. And it was open in the last 5 years, so a public meeting, and I think the letters have already gone out, and due to council meetings not being held, it's going to be moved to tonight, so.
Alrighty, I appreciate that. We'll be voting on the 15th as well. It's going to be a busy Wednesday, 5 p.m. All right, moving on to item number 8. Ordinance closing a certain easement requested by Eric Swinton, Core Legacy LLC, for property located at 809 South Lewis Avenue, Lot 1, Block 3 of the Highlands Addition for future development in Council District 4.
Yes, ma'am, this is a partial closure of an easement. Based on the plat, it was dedicated back then, but right now there's no occupancy in that easement, and they're going to be working around that as they redevelop, and it's not needed. As always, we did have city staff, various authorities, boards, and commissions, as well as all the private utility companies, and no objections were reported back to us after we circulated it, so we would recommend approval of this closure as well.
Alrighty, any questions, comments? Alrighty, and that will also be on the 15th. Moving on to agenda item 9, ordinance closing a certain drainage easement requested by Jared Jones, West Bank Storage, for property located at 2740 East 21st Street, Lot 1, Block 1 of the 21st and Broken Arrow Addition for future expansion, Council District 4.
Yes, ma'am. We did receive a request. This is part of a redevelopment, and the old drainage easement went around the outskirts of the old building, and now they've totally redeveloped the site. So they are asking for the closure of part of this overland drainage easement. We are retaining what's in the floodplain is going to remain in an easement. We're not going to close that, but this particular area they've asked for to be done, we circulated it, and nobody offered any issues with this closure. They are aware of all the stormwater and flooding issues in the area, so any redevelopment or anything that they do, they are fully been made aware of. So we'd recommend approval to close this drainage easement as well.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. How's it going to affect that area?
Well, they went around the old building, and with the redevelopment, they have changed the drainage patterns to be able to address it, so.
Okay.
Nobody should be put in harm. It should be a do no harm closure.
Right, right.
Okay.
Interesting. All righty, any comments, questions? All righty, moving on to item agenda 10. That'll also be voted on the 15th, the 5 p.m. Item agenda number 10, change order number 1 to contract number 137229 between the City of Tulsa and Darris Contractors LLC for project number 153120-C1-9 in the amount of $86,911.72. Wow, down to the cents. Adding 0 calendar days due to an existing water line that conflicts with the proposed drainage channel, requiring the relocation of an existing 8-inch dip water line under the new wall footings and subbase within the current easement, and to remove the existing water line. City Council District 8.
Yes, ma'am. During the design process, they thought that they would be able to walk around this water line. That duct line is a little bit older. We're about at roughly 97th and Sandusky, and we're going to be digging all the way around it. And anybody that knows about digging around old water lines, that generally causes them to leak later. So it's presented to the Water and Sewer Department, and they did up the money for this. It was the $86,911 represents a change order increase of 3.49% to the project, which we have a 10% maximum, so we're well within the limits, but we believe this is best to get all the old water line out from underneath this bridge. And then if the other part of the water line needs to be fixed, they can have access to it. But that's what this crux of this work is, and we recommend approval of this change order.
All righty, infrastructure is good. Any comments? All right, this will also be on the 10:15 agenda, 5 PM agenda. 11, item number 11, license agreement between the City of Tulsa and Jack D. Ellis for property located at 3732 South 82nd East Avenue, Lot 6, Block 2, Lazy Circle Acres addition to install and maintain a decorative driveway within the street right-of-way. City Council District 5.
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Ellis had requested, he had an old cobblestone type driveway, and that's what he wants to put back in there. But when he applied for the permit, he found out that the city really doesn't want any responsibility if we have to dig through there to put back the jigsaw puzzle, the mosaic that we'd have to do. And he's fine with that. So he's aware of the responsibilities that if we do it, we would just put back concrete, but he really wants to maintain that. And there's some pictures of the driveway, and he realizes, that's just the way it is. But nobody offered any objection whatsoever. It's a really nice looking paver type looking driveway, and the public won't have to pay for any of the improvements if we get in there. So we would recommend approval of this.
All right, good for him. Cobblestone's good luck. All righty, that also will be on the 10:15, 5 PM agenda. Item number 12, license agreement between the City of Tulsa and Huber Family Trust dated January 11th, 2011, for property located at 1624 South Owasso Ave. Lot 9, Block 8, Morningside Addition to install and maintain a cabana and fireplace within the street right-of-way. City Council District 4.
Yes, ma'am. We had, these folks went before the Board of Adjustment and got approval, but they also represented that they already had an approved license agreement, so the Board of Adjustment trusted, but we didn't verify. So we did verify it thereafter, and nobody could locate the license agreement. He said it existed. He had been told it existed. We couldn't find it, so we are now creating that license agreement for him. We did route around. The existing cabana has been there when they remodeled. They put it back in there, and no utilities offered any objection to it. So we will now have an official license agreement, if you all approve it, to go back in there, and we will get this filed with the property so it will not get lost again in a desk drawer or something like that. So,
That's pretty cool looking cabana.
yes, it is. It's pretty elaborate.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I'd love to have my coffee there in the morning.
Yes.
All right, under the wisteria. Any comments, questions? All righty, moving on to item number 12. Oh, that was item 12. 13, my bad. A license agreement between the City of Tulsa and Robert K. Cortez Revocable Trust dated March 4th, 2024, and Kimberly Ann Cortez Revocable Trust dated March 4th, 2024, for property located at 2675 South Birmingham Place, lots 2 and 3, Block 4, Woody Crest Addition, to install, use, and maintain a decorative cobblestone driveway within the street right-of-way. Council District 4.
This is full-on cobblestone. We had accents in the previous one, but this is another decorative driveway And you have pictures of it in the exhibit. Those are all there. We had no comments or concerns by any of the utilities on this, but just with the acknowledgement, if they dig or we dig or anybody else digs, he gets to put back together the puzzle. So it's in place, and we would recommend approval of this. We had no, he'd let us know what was going on, and it's like, you do something like this, it's your risk, but, so, we're good, but we would recommend documenting this, while approving the license agreement with this residence.
It's really good.
Yes.
So is this like the same license agreement with the item number 11?
No, the other one's just a pattern around,
Okay.
just some decorative concrete, and they were calling it cobblestone, and I'm like, no, not really, it's just fancy.
Yeah, this is really
This
nice.
one is literally hand-laid, stacked in there, it's really
Yeah.
attractive.
Wow.
I did that for my backyard, for a courtyard, and it's a lot of work. How dare anybody come and take it up?
Right.
So I can appreciate
We
that.
appreciate it for how much labor it is.
Yeah.
You know, even if you don't like it the way it
Yeah.
looks, you gotta
Yeah.
appreciate the labor it
It
takes.
is laborious, but it's quite effective. All righty.
All right.
Any further comments, questions? We'll be voting on this on the 15th at the 5 PM as well. And item 14, we are adjourned.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you, Paul.
Absolutely.